Good morning, Dan Benson from Powerful here, coming to you from Lake Kissimmee. Today we're going to go out on the water and go through all the different features of our new Powerful Charge power management station. The Powerful Charge replaces 3 pieces of equipment on your boat. It replaces your onboard charger, your on-the-run charger, and an emergency start system. This evening we had the boat plugged in all night, and I could see on my Sea Monster app all my batteries are charged and topped off at 100%. Let's drop this boat on the water and go run it and take you through a day on the water with the Powerful Charge. All right, guys, it's a beautiful morning out here on the Kissimmee River. I put a waypoint on my Lowrance about 2 miles from here. We're going to put the trolling motor down, fish to that waypoint throughout the day, going through all the different stages of the Powerful Charge and how it manages my power out here on the water. And then at the end of the day, we're going to crank up the outboard and show how the Powerful Charge replenishes my entire battery system as I'm moving and fishing throughout the day, which is critical to have the most power you can out on the water. All right, guys, we've been out on the water here running the trolling motor a little bit, trying to pick up a fish or two. The charge is in its first stage of the process, which it's moving power from my cranking battery up to my trolling motor while I'm fishing, replenishing my trolling motor bank of power with my cranking battery so I have more juice out here than I've ever had before. You can see it moving the power on my Sea Monster app, and I can also look at it on my Lowrance sidebar using the Sea Monster gateway. Right now, the charge has stopped moving power from my cranking battery up to the trolling motor. What charge is doing, it's making sure I have enough power to run my accessories, to run my live wells, my large screens. That way, if I come back to that and need to start my outboard, I'm ready to go. All right, we finally made it to our GPS spot. We've been trolling motoring for a few hours now. We ran the live wells, ran a lot of the accessories, put the power poles up and down throughout our day of fishing, but our trolling motor batteries are still sitting at 12.0, 12.2, 12.1, pretty healthy state. I can see that all right here, the state of voltage on every battery in my trolling motor system and my cranking battery. I'm going to continue fishing for another mile or so to really try and draw down the power of these trolling motor batteries. And after that, we'll fire the outboard up, recharge the whole system as we run around the lake. I put some more time on the trolling motor. The wind really kicked up, so I had to run it on high in and out of all these coves and pockets. I got the trolling motor batteries pulled down pretty good. Let's go start the outboard and show you how I'm going to replenish all this power with the Powerful Charge. If we take a look at my Lowrance sidebar, you can see that the extension cord is flashing at me. That means my batteries are getting low. I either need to start my outboard or get back to the dock and plug my charger in. All right, we're gonna see the other part of the charge, which kind of saves you while you're out here. I've been running the trolling motor all day, running the live wells, running these screens, and if I turn this key right now, motor's not gonna start. So I'm gonna do the emergency power transfer, which will take the remaining power from my trolling motor batteries and move it back to my cranking battery and get this outboard started so I can head back to the dock. I'll show you right now, if I turn this key, she ain't going. right, I've waited about 2 minutes. As you saw on the Lowrance screen and on the Sea Monster app, the power transferring from my trolling motor batteries up to my cranking batteries. I'm moving 30 amps of power to this cranking battery. Let's see if we can get this thing started. We going back to the dock now, and I'll be recharging these batteries the whole time on the way back. All right, so if you noticed while I was running, I was able to get 30 amps from my engine's alternator into the cranking battery, and then I was able to distribute 8 to 9 amps to each individual trolling motor battery, replenishing my power while I headed back to the dock. Our goal was to put the charge through its paces today and show you every stage that it does out on the water. We did that. We ran the trolling motor. It moved power from the cranking battery to the trolling motor. It maintained power on my cranking battery to run all of my accessories throughout the day. When I needed to, it emergency start my outboard so I could get back to this dock and get home this evening. But the power pole charge management station, it's a game changer. We ran it today.